Hello, my name is Joan and welcome to my channel. Have you ever made homemade cream of potato soup? Please stick around and find out how I make mine in my Ninja Foodi. This video is for Autumn as per her request. First step to making some good homemade cream of potato soup is to make your homemade chicken stock. So I have some bones from chickens. The roasted chicken, baked chicken, what makes a broth really good is a little bit of celery, carrots, onions, and lots of water. Oops. Okay, while I get the spices out, I'm gonna turn on my Ninja Foodi. I'll put it on slow cook, high for right now. And as soon as it starts to boil, then I'll turn it down to low. And yes, I will slow cook it for 12 hours. Okay, I'm going to put in bay leaf. This is a big pot. I'll throw a few in. Now, I'm ashamed to say that I ran out of garlic. So, I need garlic powder. And that's garlic powder, not garlic salt. And a few peppercorns. I'm not making it as spicy as I do for when I make my chicken soup. If I find that I want to add a little extra spice later on, then I will. Need just a little bit of heat. That's not much. I'll smoosh this down so you'll know that it's not quite that full of a pot. There we go. Add a little bit of salt. I use sea salt. I'll close the lid. Once it boils, I'm going to turn it down to low and let it simmer through the night while I sleep.
Tomorrow.
Just like my chicken soup, I will now strain this. I'll turn that off. Okay, I think I have more than enough broth, but I can always freeze the extra for when I make homemade chicken soup. Now, I'm gonna cook up some bacon in my Ninja Foodi on air fry. And And I think I'm going to do up the whole pack because who doesn't like a lot of bacon with their potato soup? Also, by doing this whole pack, Jet will get a slice or two as treats in the next day or two. While the bacon is cooking for the soup and Jet, I'm going to scrub and chop up some potatoes. I do like golden potatoes better for the soup, but they didn't have any golden potatoes, so I'm settling for yellow. Then I'm going to chop up an onion. And because they didn't have fresh garlic again, I have to use this garlic puree instead. I've used it before and it's a whole lot better than the powdered garlic, I tell you, but I do prefer fresh. Eighteen and a half minutes and bacon is perfect. After it cools down, then I can be able to chop it up real nice. Who else saves their bacon grease when cooking bacon? It is great to add a little extra flavor for when you roast vegetables, fry hash browns, biscuits, gravy base, fry eggs, fried rice, and so much more. I use this wonderful strainer so no little particles will get in it. Look how nice and clear it is. Okay, time to add some butter. I'm going to put this on saute. That's maybe a tablespoon. Add all my onions. Now I'm going to saute these onions for about 3 minutes, 2-3 minutes. Okay, now because I really still like to have lots of onion flavor and just a little bit crunch of the onion, I'm going to leave it like that. Then here's where you would add about 3 whole cloves of garlic, or 4 or 5. Or a nice spoonful of the puree. Okay, I like my garlic. And then you just stir this in 20-30 seconds until, oh, smell that? Now you add a little bit of flour, because I don't do flour. I'm doing white rice flour. This will help thicken things up. Now, time to add in some chicken broth. You can use water if you want. And it all depends on how big your pot is. I'm adding about 4 cups more or less. And my potatoes. Add a couple of cups of milk. Add about a cup, more or less, of thick cream. And I'm just measuring it for your guys' sake. I might add a little bit more chicken broth later if I find that this is too thick. Okay, now I'm going to bring it up to a boil. Bring it to a boil, and then I'm going to simmer it until the potatoes are cooked. Then I'll be back. Oh dear, almost forgot salt and pepper. I need a little bit more pepper. This is a big pot. Okay, this might not look like very much, but it is a lot for Jet. Plus, I also have another piece for her later on. Jet, Jet! Treats! Okay, I'm going to see if these potatoes are soft enough. Perfect. So I'm going to blend approximately half of the soup now. Plug yours. I like to make it nice and thick, but still have bits of chunk of potato in it. Okay, actually, I'm happy that I didn't add more broth or more milk. Oh, look at that. Should I blend the rest in? Time to taste test. Okay, it definitely needs a lot more pepper. And maybe a little bit more salt. I'm not much for salt, but now I'll add some of the bacon, because we need to keep some to put in the top of our bowl, right? And some sour cream. About that much, or just a little bit more? That should make it really nice and creamy. And then as soon as that's melted, then I can put some in a bowl and finally eat today. Okay, I like mine a little spicy. So I'm going to throw in just a little bit of cayenne pepper. Get a clean spoon. Put a nice dollop of sour cream. Some green onion. And some bacon bits. Oops. And there we go. Bon appetit. Oh my goodness, the soup turned out so good. Please let me know if you tried this recipe. Thank you for watching. I love and I appreciate you all, and I hope to see you again soon.